Hey, hope you're doing well out there. It's Dr. Matt here. I wanted to share a couple ideas with you. I had a question in regards to someone who was really sore through here. Okay, so just off above the buttocks region, and I was giving them some ideas, and I thought I'd share with you just so you had some insight. You know, if you're really uncomfortable and you're trying to help yourself move a bit better, so you function better. I wanted to share with you today some things you can do on your own. And I really, really wanted to share that movement's a good thing, right? Like if you find yourself in a situation where you're stiff and you're uncomfortable, getting out, moving, set yourself with a routine. That was what I was really trying to emphasize. And what I'll emphasize with yourself is that set yourself up with 5-10 minutes in the morning and 5-10 minutes in the afternoon, and maybe even in the evening as well. Right? But someone was really stiff and they were sore through that region and they had a goal of running and making sure they kept up with their strength training. So right now, let's just focus on what you can do, the positive part, and just focus on those 5-10 minutes in the morning, and then if you can, again later in the day. All right. So getting up, walking is going to be a good thing for your circulation. Moving around, think groceries in, garbage out kind of thing for your tissue and your healing. Also, I've recommended before the couch stretch because you're probably sitting more, right? You're sitting more and you're also probably a little bit more stressed out maybe compared to normal. So typically as your pain goes up, maybe your stress goes up, or as your stress goes up, your pain goes up, right? So you really have to focus on your breathing, right? I'm big on breathing if you haven't noticed, right? Stomach breathing, let your shoulders relax. The other thing I thought of, if you don't tolerate leaning forward very well, what about if you try doing some adult tummy time, right? And literally just hanging out like this for 10 minutes, right? Start small, getting into this position. If you can tolerate extension, try that, okay? Go from there, and little bits at a time, you're basically doing the opposite of what you're doing all day, right? And I can see someone out there commenting, just saying, yes, sitting more. Absolutely, right? So getting up, moving more is going to be good on top of this. So have your routine morning and evening, but also getting up every half hour from the desk. And I'm sure you noticed these balls by now. You have the couch stretch, which I would recommend, but also these balls right here. You can start with just one, and I would find that spot, in your glutes as well. But if it's above, you can find the actual spot, but you may be too hot and tender. So maybe go a little bit below and a little bit above, right? And what I would try is just let yourself sink into it. You're probably going to have a trigger point. You can see the ball right there. Have a trigger point, hang out, stomach breathe, and hang out on those tissues. They're probably going to be stiff and knotty, right? Breathing right there. And what you can try to actively do is hang out for 20-30 seconds and then actively push your heel in the ground, push your body this way, so you're lightly contracting all those muscles into extension this way. 5 seconds, and then break again and relax and sink into the ball. Breathe, breathe, breathe. 3 to 5 cycles of that, right? And then when you're done, I want you to get up, stand, lean forward, lean backwards, and see how you move, right? Now, the name of the game with this situation is consistency, right? And if you're really finding just as an aside, some strength training to get you moving and cueing that area better, the bird dog, right? You've probably seen me talk about it before. I'm still hanging out on this ball here. But what I would suggest is just the bird dog, right? It looks just like this. So you're hanging out, you can do this in your 5-10 minutes in the morning or again in the evening as well. And really you can focus on the good side to start if it's too much to bring yourself up. But focus on not letting your hips sway side to side, okay? So bring yourself up, good position. Don't let yourself sink too far forward, okay? Kick out and back. Thinking about your spinal muscles, right? And I want you to think about making them swell, right? As you progress it, opposite sides, right? So you come up, kick out, right? A little more room here, but kick out. And I always like with this, pay close attention, thumbs up, like this, and back down. We do 6 to 8 on each side, okay? Right now, I really think to help manage some of those symptoms, I would try this and then go from there. I'd also consider the health of the spine and the nervous system, right? The health of the spine and the nervous system is going to be really important, right? So if you're stuck and shifted, that's going to be a factor, right? That's something that your family chiropractor will assess for and check for to see if you're actually shifted and compensating, not just there where you're getting symptoms, but potentially above and below those areas so that you can move, work, and function at your best. Anyways, if you have any questions, I'd love to hear what works for you. And if you enjoyed this, please take the time to share it so you can help someone else out. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.